Hello, my name is Daniel Avina, a first-generation Mexican-American, and I know I look a little white, but blame it on the Spanish conquistadors and my use of SPF when it's bright. Let me tell you about my situation, being me growing up in the U.S. nation. As a youngin' on the husky side, there were certain rules I had to abide. Being chubby gets you made fun of. Being funny gets you above. That's how I learned to be quick and say things that'll stick. But okay, so what, you were fat. Hold on, my story ain't all about that. My grit was created by the doubters. It's connected like Wi-Fi routers. Since a youngin' I didn't belong. That's how I felt and I put it in a song. 3rd grade I tested into an academically gifted school. That's right, tested, and they still called me a fool. Teacher said I couldn't do it. Said I wasn't a good fit. Math and memorization ain't for everyone, but they wrote me off and said I was done. Guess what? I stayed and never got a low grade. Fast forward to the first years of high school. I was barely getting started, but I was out of fuel. School was boring till I found my passion. It was like I was the Grinch and all I needed was compassion. At 17, I had an amazing opportunity to work for a one-man advertising agency for free. There I created real paid media on all types of social pages, learning about campaigns and their stages. I learned the core basics from a man named Pierre. To teach me and guide me, he was always there. I'll never forget my first mentor. I'll be like him, like a centaur. When it was time to apply to a college of my choice, I didn't get to make a big announcement and rejoice. I had to take the road less traveled, and that's where my future unraveled. The goal was always a 4-year college. I went somewhere else for that knowledge. Community college was the answer, and at first I thought it was a cancer. But as soon as I put my ego aside, that's when I knew it was time to ride. I took 2 years of coursework in one just to be early and say I'm done. I was a junior standing sophomore, but I didn't stop there, I wanted more. I headed up to the U of O, learned from the best, and met a personal hero. While there I joined clubs and learned a bunch, even worked at Chipotle and made amazing lunch. Earned a few recognitions along the way, but let's focus on what's not on the resume. As a 2-time Maper, I'm gonna tell you more than what you see on paper. DDB Health was a sick experience, excuse me for the pun. All jokes aside, I found my passion for copy there and had a great run. The 2nd year with MAPE, I was an intern with Spark Foundry. With media planning under my belt, I shape up pretty roundly. As soon as I got out on my own, my old work I had to disown. I reinvented all my work and projects, looked at everything different, even everyday objects. So here we are today, but the future's looking foggy and gray. People tell me to pursue media planning or marketing. Although I like them, they're not my thing. All I need is a chance to get my foot in the door, and if you let me in, I promise I won't be a bore. Thank you so much for your time and consideration. This song is a creation that's the best in the nation, no matter what location, organization, association, or population. If you found inspiration in this communication and like my qualification, let's do some cooperation and have a conversation about an invitation for this occupation, and then we can have a celebration. I hope the desperation isn't leaking out like radiation, but let's pass it off as determination and motivation.